What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Morning Brew podcast. I'm your host, Kayla, and welcome to the bonus episode. Thank you for an incredible first half of the year. This is an extra episode just to show my gratitude. If you're new here, make sure you're following the show on Spotify. It helps me to keep bringing on super cool guests bi-weekly. Today, I'm joined by Austin's tribute band to the B-52s. It's time for you to meet my new friends from the band Mock Lobster. All right, what's up, guys? I'm joined today with Mock Lobster, and this is probably the largest group that I've ever had on the show, so we're gonna see how this goes. But I'm super excited to have you guys. Could we start with everyone's name and what instrument or role you play in the band?
Yes, we can. It's, I guess, a party line here. I'll go first. I'm Corbin Superion. I play my voice, and I play trombone, and I play keyboards, and I play guitar, and I think I play kazoo or something weird sometimes as well. Slide whistle, that's it.
And the toy piano.
And the toy piano.
Toy piano, yeah. It was very a Renaissance band, really. Who's next?
I guess I'll
You want to go, Maddy?
Yeah, sure. I am Maddy Brotherton. In this band, I wear the red hair and sing the high notes. And I also play bongos, lots of tambourine, and occasionally I'll pop over and play a little bit of keyboard as well.
Nice.
I'm Jenna Trust. I am the Cindy. I sing and I play keyboard and tambourine.
I'm Matt Patterson. I started the band 8 years ago. I play drums, and I'm musical director and kind of just the overall overseer of the band. I basically delegate everyone else to do stuff for the band.
Hi, I'm David Houston. I am the bassist for Mock Lobster, and also, as of the last couple of years or so, the band's social media director.
And I will speak for Trey. Trey, it seems like Trey has left the building. Trey Buchanan is our guitar player, our Ricky Wilson. He does some other stuff. Right now, he and Jenna and Corbin are kind of heading up the merchandise aspect of the band, and Jenna's sort of our in-house designer and art director. So sort of taking on roles besides our musical roles to keep it all kind of in the mix. And Corbin's sort of the manager figure and booking director, tech director. He kind of makes sure that we show up on time and that the show starts on time and that whoever we're working with sound-wise or production-wise at the venue has what they need to make us sound great.
Awesome.
I am the reminder.
The reminder. Many hats, many wigs.
Many wigs, all the wigs. I'd also like to point out a couple people we have that aren't here that are really big help to us, which is Alita Vangeli, who is my assistant, who helps me with a lot of booking and things. And then we also have some understudies, Elissa Rogulski, who is a fantastic understudy for Maddy, so doing Kate Pearson vocals. And then we also have Jim Trust, who's an understudy for drums, and then Lauren Gammon, who's sometimes an understudy for bass.
Awesome. You guys have a big group. I've got some rapid fire questions to get to know everyone better. So I don't know if you want to keep the same order that you just went in, but would you rather have feet for hands or hands for feet?
I'd rather have hands for feet. I'd rather have all the hands. Hands for hands and hands for feet.
I would say feet for hands. Because if you're going to run really fast like a wolf, you need support. So, and I have feet problems, so having an extra pair would be really nice.
But then what if all of your feet have problems?
Well, I don't know. I can't answer that question.
I think I'd rather have hands for feet. Just go full primate.
Same.
Dexterity.
Hands for feet for me.
Nice. Did we lose David?
He's frozen in time.
That's all right. We'll keep going.
Next question.
Next question. Sweet or savory?
Sweet, always.
I like sweet, but I also don't like the sugar rush that goes to your head with sweet. So I'm going to say savory. A very controversial move there, but I'm going to say savory.
Depends on the time of day for me.
That's so valid.
Night is sweet,
Oh, yeah.
100%. No other needs.
I think sweet's kind of my default, but I have to alternate sweet and savory things. I can't have a bunch of different sweet things in a row, or I don't know. I have to break it up.
And what is the first concert you ever saw?
Okay, so I think the first concert I ever saw was probably someone like Willie Nelson or somebody at the old Armadillo when I was just a baby. But I don't really remember those. The first concert that I wanted to go to, I was 10. It was the Cars on the Panorama Tour in Austin. Palmer Event Center, the City Coliseum, one of those, it's not around anymore, is where I saw them.
My first concert was Chicago and Aerosmith. Yeah, I think, was it Chicago and Aerosmith, or was Aerosmith and one of those like hair metal bands? Oh, is Aerosmith and Motley Crue. That's who it was.
Holy
There you
shit.
go.
I saw Chicago on another date at that same venue. I'm not saying that was the moment where I was like, this is it for me, because it wasn't, but that would be my first concert.
I think my first concert must have been Robert O'Keefe or somebody else that my dad was playing guitar with. My dad, Rich Brotherton, plays a lot of guitar around town and played with Robert O'Keefe's band for a good long time, like 20 to 25 years. But he still plays with a lot of folks around town here, so probably would have been one of those.
Let's see. My first concert, I'm pretty sure, was at the Houston Rodeo, and it was like Brooks and Dunn and like Cross Canadian Ragweed or something. And this was like, and I didn't grow up in a country
Sounds kick-ass.
music listening family at all. My dad hated country, but it was with a friend.
There you go.
But it was good. It was good.
I mean, that's Boot Scoot Boogie right there.
Still
That's
delayed.
Boot scooting.
What'd you
Am I
say?
still delayed, or is it better?
No, I
don't
think
think
you're
so.
back,
I don't
Trey.
know.
What was your first concert?
Linda Ronstadt, 1977, at the Summit. And I was smitten and has been smitten ever since.
Understandable.
And that actually ended up being filmed in the movie FM. There are shots that there is a concert.
Oh, no kidding.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I have to touch on Corbin's answer briefly. My Nana casually dropped information on us at Thanksgiving a couple years ago that she just casually does bonsai with Tommy Lee from Motley Crue.
Wow.
Just
casually.
Yeah.
Casually. How do you drop that just casually?
Does she live in LA or somewhere? Does she live where Tommy Lee lives?
She lives in Santa Cruz and goes to a lot of
Okay.
bonsai like conventions and workshops. And she's like, yeah, Tommy Lee from this band Motley Crue came to our bonsai thing.
Oh my gosh.
I was like,
I would never
what?
have suspected.
And this is
that
bonsai
dude
like
does
the little
bonsai.
tree
The little
bonsai.
trees,
Trees.
that's
This
correct.
isn't code for anything.
Nope.
He's genuinely interested in bonsai.
That's
Apparently
fabulous.
Whoa.
Well, that's beautiful. That's the insider information you folks needed to know right there.
That's the fun fact for the day.
Tommy Lee is a bonsai hobby.
I also saw Motley
Fanatic.
Crue a few times back when I was in high school, so I saw all those shows.
When I was in high school, my orchestra played an arrangement of Dr. Feelgood by Motley Crue one time. And we played the guitar solo on violin.
Motley Crue appears to be the one common denominator amongst this group.
Turns out.
Apparently,
We all have Motley Crue
it's
story.
it's a good
Trey's
omen.
like, not with me.
That's all right. Okay, next question. What is your favorite holiday?
I'll go first, I guess. My favorite holiday, I think, used to be Christmas because my birthday's close to Christmas. But now my favorite holiday is Pride.
Oh,
because I think it's
yes.
the most important and probably the most fun and fantastic and amazing holiday ever created.
My favorite holiday, I love dressing up. I love having an excuse to dress up and do makeup and stuff. So Halloween is theoretically my favorite holiday, but then I always psych myself out and can never think of what I actually want to wear until way too late in the game. And so I end up having to sort of like make a half-hearted costume that's just like, I would probably wear this on stage anyway, but whatever. But I think Halloween is still, in
Every day is
theory,
Halloween when you're in showbiz.
yes, theoretically Halloween is my favorite.
I kind of just second Maddie's whole answer with Halloween and waiting too long. And like, I think the last 2 years, I just ended up like one of the years I just dressed up as Kate from the B-52s because I'm normally Cindy. So I was just trying to make it more of a costume and not
That's
like my
super
normal
meta.
thing.
That is a
And then
way
I made my
meta kinda
husband
thing.
dressed up as Cindy.
There you go.
Oh, great.
It was great.
And
It looked
he
really
is-
good. It was really
Yeah,
amazing.
he would be into that. I mean, he's a very
He
He's
is.
a cool
very
guy.
he's
He
a
looked
cool
great.
giving
He looks
giving guy.
fantastic.
You know, I don't know if I have a
He's a
favorite
lucky
holiday.
lady.
I mean, I like holidays for sort of what they represent as sort of mostly like just time off, time to yourself, you know. But I don't know that I really celebrate anything. I mean, we went giftless for Christmas, so we don't give any gifts. We may get together, we may not, you know, have experiences, you know what I mean. But we stopped buying useless crap for each other.
Right on.
Because, well, no one will buy me the expensive stuff I really want, so I have to buy it for myself.
Except you.
Yeah, and then you can write it off.
That's the thing. So by the time it comes, I'm, it's like I don't know what I want. I don't want anything. Just I have useless shit in the closet somewhere that I was like, well, I guess I'll ask for this.
I feel that way about gifts.
I like your answer, Corbin. So I'm going to go with you. I'm going to go with pride. I'm going to go with just the overall pride idea. I think these days, with so many of those kinds of institutions and those people in kind of peril right now, it's helpful as allies to really value that time. And that idea, you know. So I'm going to go with that.
That gave me a great idea, though, for you, Matt. You could celebrate, instead of doing no gifts on Christmas, you could do spring cleaning, and you'd find all these gifts for yourself.
For myself, right? and I'm like, I still don't need this. I still don't need it.
Trey,
what's your favorite holiday, Trey?
I'd say I like New Year's Day. You know, like whatever reason, it's kind of a day to do nothing and nobody expects anything from you. And I always like New Year's Day. Just lay around, watch movies or brunch, whatever. Start a new year.
And it's an interesting sort of liminal holiday, right? It's the end and a beginning in a way.
Yeah.
The anti-holiday.
Yeah.
Okay, last rapid fire question. What is your current song on repeat?
Oh, I've got this one. So I was never into Queens of the Stone Age when they were, I mean, they're still making records and they're still good. But I mean, I kind of knew who they were, but I've been obsessed with this song. You may think I'm not worth $1, but I feel like a millionaire. It's on Songs for the Deaf. This song, I am obsessed with it. I get that way. The other one I would say that I'm low-key obsessed with is That's All for Everyone by Fleetwood Mac off of Tusk, but it's Queens of the Stone Age right now.
I would say my favorite is the most, like, it just hits at what is going on. It's called Hostile Government Takeover, EDM remix by this like TikToker guy called A Gift from Todd. And it's just great. The lyrics are just point on. You'll have to listen to it. And it's just so danceable and just so stupid and just reflects just how crazy everything is. So I've been listening to that on repeat and crying, and it's been great.
Catharsis.
Yeah.
Nobody's probably gonna know what this is, but I've been in a deep rabbit hole of a few Japanese bands lately for the last like 2 years, and so it's just been a strong rotation of various ones of them. But I'll go with, I've been revisiting Buck Tick lately.
Is that the band?
Yes. They started in the late 80s, have some really great albums from the 90s and the 2000s. A Buck Tick song I've really had like stuck in my head a lot lately is Jupiter. That's a classic. It's really good. Always hits.
I think the song I've been playing the most, it's actually like a newer song that I heard on KUTX, and it's by the band Sports Team.
Oh, I like those.
And the song is called Boys These Days, and it just does it for me. It's got like this kind of Elton John-y flavor, and I love Elton John. But I love when a new song like gets me going, and it reminds me that it's not all been done already. Like they're still cranking out good shit.
For me, I'm kind of like Maddy. I think just kind of it's not typical of me but I think I've been getting into this. But a lot of ambient stuff, which I'm not really so much. But there's a steel guitar player named Greg Lease who's played on probably every album you've ever heard. He's from out of LA, but he hooked up with some guy from Detroit who's a DJ and does these ambient stuff. And it's amazing. So it's called look here. I don't even know the name of it, but it's Lago de Puebla, that's what it's called. But it's this about a couple of hours of just ambient stuff with this steel guitar, pedal steel on it, which is really subtle and cool. And I'll play it all night. I'll put headphones on, I'll listen to it and sleep, and it's in the background and kind of, wake up. And so, yep.
Is that the album or the whole song?
That's the album. The album's called, I think it's called Lago de Puebla Fantasma Primo Versio. So it's, in Spanish, it's there's a couple bands. AF13 is the guy, the DJ, and then Super Cute Puppies is another contributor, which is a great band name.
Super Cute Puppies.
That is a great band name.
Okay, and so you all are in Mock Lobster, a tribute band to the B-52s. How did you all meet and decide to form a band?
Oh, so, all right. So this is kind of a long story, but I'll try to keep it short. So I was unemployed at the time, and I've been playing drums forever and ever in various capacities. And I was like, I really feel like starting a band. And at first, my idea was to start a Gary Newman tribute band. And everyone I told was like, that's a great idea. But I couldn't find the players. Like I couldn't find the synth players. They were all taken. They were all working in other bands. So then I was like, what should I do? And it came to me almost immediately. I was like, well, what about the B-52s? I don't even think there's anybody doing anything like that, at least not in Austin. And so I was like, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Because the way I figure it, you don't have to love the B-52s, but if you like hate the B-52s, then there's kind of something wrong with you, you know? Because if there was ever a band out there that was sort of scandal-free and all about having a good time, as well as being sort of important culturally, that they're one of them, right? They're not the only one, but they're one of them. So I'm like, if you don't like the B-52s, then, you know, you're not my people.
There you go.
So I put an ad in Craigslist, and I heard from Trey first, and he was like, yeah, I've been kind of studying these parts for a long time in the music of that band. And I was like, that sounds great. And then almost immediately right after that, Corbin was like, well, I'll be your Fred. And I was like, well, that was the tall order, as far as I was concerned, was Fred the most, and then secondly the women singers. But Trey and Corbin were the first people that I heard from. Oh, and Lauren, our sometimes sub, because I figured even though they never really regularly had a bass player, I should bring them in so we could have a better sound live. And so Lauren Gammon was our bass player, and Trey knew her, right? You were friends with Lauren, Trey?
Had a connection with her. Yep.
Yeah. Trey recommended her. And then our first singers' names were Anastasia and Alana, and they were friends, and neither of them were really connected to the B-52s, like as far as like being fans. But that was the first iteration of the group. Because that's how I met Trey and Corbin.
That would have been June of 17.
June of 2017. So then Alana left the band. And so I had known this woman named Allie Stuckey, and I kind of didn't stalk her. I wasn't creepy about it, but I was like, I really think you should be in the band. And I said, you should come and see us play. So she came and saw us play at not a great gig. We didn't have a great gig. But like right after that, I said, so do you want to be in my band? And she said, yeah, I kind of think I do. So for the next year-ish or so, she was our Kate, and Anastasia was still our Cindy. But I felt like she was moving on. And so we met Jenna, who came in as an understudy for Anastasia. And she was great. And like right away, we were like, wow, she's great. And right around that time, too, Lauren had other stuff to do. She was sent some family things, some career things. And I already knew David. And I said, hey, David, do you want to be my bass player in Mock Lobster? And he was like, yes, I do. And I already knew that he was great and would bring it and would do the work. And then I don't remember how we met you, Maddy.
I will fill in those
details.
details.
Fill in Maddy.
I got both of these ladies in the band. I saw Jenna play at Carousel Lounge with Chris Toast and the Jerks.
Yeah,
this was while I think we had Allie and Anastasia as the main girls.
Yeah.
But I saw Jenna play, and it was the most amazing thing I'd seen in a very long time as being a jaded musician. And I was like, she should be in my band. Like the band sounds like the B-52s.
Yeah.
Like, this is the perfect match. So I just kind of filed that away for later. And then when we started to have, needs for understudies and a desire for understudies, I was like, Jenna, would you like to do this? And she was like, sure. And then the pandemic hit.
Right. but right around that time, she came into our rehearsal space and we played some songs. And it turns out that back in the 90s, back pre-2000, I played in a band with her husband, Matt. Another Matt.
Yeah. Oh, no way.
I know. I was going to bring that up.
Yeah.
It's a weird small world thing.
Yeah.
Super small. Well, that's the kind of city Austin is in terms of the community.
My husband's semi-old like him.
There is a video that we have on our YouTube channel, and it's a recording of a performance at the late great 1-to-1 bar in South Austin. And the video is shot by Alita. We're performing Mock Lobster, and the camera pans around to a crowd which is dancing and rocking, and right there there's Maddy just grooving away. It's great. And this was long before she ever came to the
Your eyes were closed.
Yes.
I don't even remember what we were playing.
Yes,
Maybe
I was
Claire.
loving it.
We're playing
It's
Rock
Rock
Lobster.
You were
Lobster.
really.
Yeah, it was
was
Rock
it
Lobster
Rock
they were
Lobster?
Yeah.
Yeah. So to get back to Maddy, I know I took a little segue there.
All good.
I was in a band with Maddy, and I knew we needed understudies, and it was like my
right.
mission. And I was like, okay, Maddy, would you like to be an understudy?
Yeah.
She's like, sure, great. And then it was done.
I went out for karaoke with the leader of that other band, and she was like, "You should consider auditioning for Mock Lobster." It's like, well, I love the B-52s. I grew up loving the B-52s, so I was like, I don't really sing much yet, but I'll give it a go, and so I did, and here we are.
And then we had this big show at the Continental Club. And did Allie get sick? Something happened to Allie,
Yeah.
and we were like, "Well, Maddy, you're up."
Yes, February
As a
2020.
matter of fact, that was February of 2020. And in fact, I just posted a blast from the past video on our YouTube page of a video from that show, and it's Maddy's first ever appearance with Mock Lobster.
I had never played bongos before, so you can see from the photos, I have no idea what I'm doing on the bongos. And I had this like crazy double stacked wig on before I really knew how to stack wigs. It was awesome. That wig was like twice the size of my head.
Oh, wow.
It's huge. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. For someone who's never played bongos, you play bongos really well.
Well, now I play better because I know how to. I don't play flat-handed anymore. There's some
Yeah.
embarrassing pictures, but maybe they're just embarrassing.
But you're a musician, and you're kind of a natural musician, and you have a lot of musical training in other areas.
Yeah.
So I think whatever you bring in that, as far as that goes, just is a kind of a connection to that.
Yeah, I work with what I've got.
Can I say real quick, like, I think it's all anything weird, awkward, or wrong is kind of justified under it being the B-52s
Yes.
because especially like, I think of their look, their early look, like, I'm pretty sure Kate and Cindy were like kind of mocking like high fashion and like, just trying to make it janky. And so they like thrifted all their stuff and it looks terrible.
Oh yeah, they were thrift warriors. Yeah.
I read a quote, and I think it was from Kate, who said that when she and Cindy, whoever, would go out and look for things what they looked for was, quote, things that were the zenith of beauty and horror at the same time.
Yes. Yeah. Just
So that's the vibe.
out there, man.
I love it. That's a great vibe. And what is each of your favorite B-52 song?
Oh, mine kind of changed. I'll let someone else
Give me a
go
minute.
first.
I'll go, I guess. I've got my mind made up. It was originally 6060842, but now it's Running Around. And I think it's kind of been a band favorite because we have this amazing dance routine half the way through.
Well.
And it's just such a cardiovascular, pump up sort of song. So Running Around is my number one.
Yeah, we actually poached that dance break from Ron Mail from Sparks. It's his little signature dance that he does
cool.
at Sparks
Oh
shows.
my
That
gosh.
like, kind of jog
That's
thing
awesome.
he does. We're like, let's throw a Sparks reference in here for if you know you know. That's the whole game of what we're doing is if you know you know. So it's just more fun to throw more references in there. I think
It's really a fans band.
Exactly. I think my favorite B-52 song, I think I'm going to say, is Hero Worship.
That's a good one. This was actually a question that I asked everyone in the band at first, like, what's your favorite song? At the time, mine was Strobe Light. It's just got a cool groove. But the more I think about it, my deepest connection to the band isn't Rock Lobster or early stuff. It's the Cosmic Things stuff. So I would say that it's a two-way tie from that record. I love Dry County and I love Bushfire.
Oh, yeah. Bushfire's so good.
And for those of you listening who don't know what Cosmic Thing is, that's the album that also has Love Shack and Rome.
Rome.
And
It's
that was their big
So you know
90s
it.
Big breakout, right?
Yes.
People
And
know
we're
it,
going to be
yeah.
playing all of it at ACO Live
310
on
ACO Live.
August 310, in
310
August.
ACO Live.
So check that out.
So it's so weird, Matt, that you said between Dry County and Bushfire because those are my like super, tied to my childhood
They are
growing
so
up with
good.
that CD.
I know.
And I mean, I guess out of both of those, Bushfire is just, it goes so hard for me and makes me feel big things. But also, I like if I'm meeting somebody and they don't know who the B-52s are, which is tragic, but it's okay. So I forgive you.
It happens.
But if they do, like, I kind of want to blow them away with a real weird one like Butterbean from Whammy.
You're the whammy advocate of the band.
I kind of am.
She is the Whammy cheerleader for sure.
I will go ahead and say the song, and speaking of Cosmic Thing, A song that I lobbied for a while, and it took a while for us to get it into the set, is Channel Z, which is from the Cosmic Thing album.
So
and we
good.
finally have been doing it for the last, couple of years or so. So that might just be my favorite.
It's so good. It's a hard one, but we did it, by God.
Yeah, I'll say mine is There's a Moon in the Sky called The Moon.
Ooh, yeah.
It's one
that was one of those.
Play, but just to me, as an ethos, to me, it's kind of, if you want to kind of know the kind of if there's a spiritual side to the BB2s, or a philosophy, or a deep meaning, it's in that song. There are people out there like you, right? And they have a band to kind of connect with paired people. I mean, to me, they're an outsider band in some ways, and so especially early on when I first heard them in 78 and 79 when I was in high school, and just a lot of that. So to me, that's my kind of whenever. And there's a point there where Maddy and Jenna do the space age, and to me, it's kind of transcendent. Right, those voices coming, if it's kind of peaks, there's a peak part for me in performance where you hit those towards the ending chorus, and so that's probably my favorite for a lot of reasons. So,
and that's one we hadn't played like when we started. That was a later song we learned.
It's another hard
and
one.
I remember when we finally learned it, we were like, why haven't we played this song before? Because it's really fun. It's an extremely fun song.
Lava is another one of those. I'd say Lava is kind of my other favorite, and it's one that the band didn't do for a long time because it's got some structural weirdness to it, like a few little irregularities here and there. It's like, how many times do we do this thing this time? Oh wait, it's 2 times before, it's 4 times later. But I love that song. It's so sexy. It's awesome. That's my favorite.
No, those are great. Like, the dancing songs are so fun, and I personally feel like cover bands go crazy, and so I would like to know, what is the craziest thing that's happened at one of your shows?
That's a good. We're trying to make
that
memories
brewery.
still happen.
What was the brewery with the guy dancing on the?
Oh, that was a sub gig, right?
That was the sub show. Okay, we have to pick
David
one.
and I were unavailable for
what
that
happened
show.
at the sub gig that I missed?
Maddie, can you tell it?
I can't remember what the incident was, really.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe it wasn't that clear.
I remember people were dancing very close to the stage.
Oh, right.
And
There was all these kind of
we're
finance bro looking guys who were dancing like crazy.
finance bros in your grill to
That's
the
what it
B-52s. It was. I mean, that's a weird. I know the strangest thing and this might be the top strangest thing that happened.
Ready.
So we were playing. What's the name of the place in Pflugerville?
Three-legged goat? Hanover's.
Oh,
Hanover's.
Hanover's.
Right. This was before I was in the band.
Yeah,
this was
before
before us.
you were in the band, but it was the most priceless moment ever. And every time we're on a podcast, I talk about this because this was the most amazing thing I've ever experienced in my life. No. But we were playing Song for a Future Generation, which is like this. It's just drum machines and synths, and we usually had a playback. So we had the instrumental playing back,
track.
and the track was playing back. We were all doing karaoke, and they have it's like a dating show basically that they're faking. So it's like, hi, I'm Cindy. I like Chinese noodles, And so everyone in the band, not only we had this amazing dance moves, but I had like a golden suit on that I got from Amazon that was way too short for me. But we had these catchphrases, and everyone, we didn't take the ones from the record. We made our own. And so I remember mine was like, hi, my name's Corbin. I like hot tea and hot teas. And this group of bikers, this biker gang came into the venue, and they took one look at us, and then they walked out of the venue. And it was the best. It was the highlight of the show. And
I remember that. That was weird.
That was before
crazy.
Pflugerville Pride happened. Mm-hmm. So we were really trailblazing it out there.
Yeah.
But,
Hanover's the vibe of Hanover's used to be more kind of gritty, right?
It still is.
It is.
I haven't been.
It's still
that kind of tavern.
It's kind of a mixed bag. There's a lot of
Yeah.
heavy rock shows, but they also host a lot of drag shows and stuff. And
Oh, true.
Great.
But we could have been the first
playing
drag show
Yeah.
at Hanover's.
In about a month, Matt and I are going to be playing in another band. It's a one-off, and it's going to be part of a big multi-band bill for an MS Society benefit.
Cool.
So they do a lot of varied stuff there.
Neat.
But what I have to say is I may have been at that Hanover's Mock Lobster show, because before I ever met Matt, actually, I found myself at Hanover's seeing Mock Lobster for the first time, and I was kind of blown away. And it was in a few months afterward. My Pretenders tribute band, Brass and Pocket, was playing a show. Matt just kind of came up and ingratiated himself to me and Heath, our guitarist, saying, "I love the Pretenders, and if you ever need a sub," and fast forward to like, "Hey, I think you're going to be in the band now. You're the drummer for the band." And so that's how I came to be in Mock Lobster. So full circle.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say, I don't know if it was crazy or not, but one of the most memorable, for me, the most memorable show we ever had was last November at the Switchyard Fest in Carrollton, Texas. Big festival, multi-band bill, and they do it every year, and they always have like a pretty famous headliner. They're maybe not super current, but they're famous. And last year it was the Wallflowers were the closing act, and before them was Deep Blue Something, sort of local Denton/Dallas Fort Worth, success story. And Corbin got us this gig, and you never know how those things are going to go, because it could be run really well, it could be run really poorly, and you just kind of have to deal. But really, from the start, it was a really great experience, and getting up on that stage and watching the people sort of lose their shit while we were doing our thing was pretty great. So that's, for me, the most memorable gig.
Same.
Great hospitality at that festival.
Super well run festival, really great. Treated all the bands well, and all the bands were sort of there in support of each other. Mm-hmm. So it was a really, really great vibe. I would love to do it again sometime, and we might.
Awesome. Well, we touched on this a little bit earlier, but tell me more about your upcoming event at 310 ACL Live.
Absolutely. I'm glad to illuminate you. So we are playing 310 at ACL Live, which is their smaller venue, but no light, touch by any of the imagination. We are going to be doing the Cosmic Thing album. So that's going to have Rome, Bushfire, Deadbeat Club, Love Shack, all those wonderful 90s hits. And we're doing a cosmic costume contest. Ooh. So everyone can dress up. We're going to probably do it over Instagram. So if you're going to the show, just check your fit on Insta, tag ACO Live and tag Mock Lobster ATX, and we will be judging. And then we will be announcing winners with some very interesting and amusing prizes. But we're hoping it can be just amazingly outer space dance party where people dress up and have a great time. And that's going to be August 9th, I believe. We're sort of holding a space age dance party, kind of really pushing that.
Shake your cosmic thing.
That sort of retro space age kind of thing. And it's our second time playing there, our triumphant return.
Yeah, we played there, I think, last year, and we did the Cosmic Thing album then. But now we're kind of upping the level of the experience with this costume party and with the costumes everyone's going to be wearing. I know I've got something ridiculous in store for all who show up. So yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be really good.
I'm looking forward to seeing it. Awesome. And what can people expect who haven't seen you guys perform before? Like, how would you describe your vibe in a couple of words?
I would say full-on energy, full-on wacky, full-on fun. In, I guess.
Yeah, and if you're a fan of the band, if you're a fan of the B-52s already, we're the next best thing to the real thing.
Yeah, people often...
We view ourselves as sort of the heir apparent to that band, right? We really believe in fidelity to the material and to the vibe and, the sound, the songs, the arrangements. So really, it's like, if you love the real thing, we're the next best thing to the real thing.
Awesome. No, that's great. I think I want to go. So
you should.
Well, I mean, you'll be our guest, of course.
Yes. I don't have a space costume, but I would have to find
better
one.
get ready.
We still got to make ours.
Can't half-ass it. I have to go full.
No, it's a DIY thing.
I like to end with a silly question. So lobsters are cool, but I would like to know, what is your least favorite fish for any reason?
Least favorite fish.
Can it be like a mollusk or anything that's like in the water, or just
anything.
a fish?
Watch out for that piranha.
Sea life, marine life.
My least favorite marine life,
Those what are they called? Man-o-war jellyfish.
Oh,
yes.
those
Dude,
Portuguese
man,
man-o-wars.
I grew up
Ooh.
on the coast, and those ones smart.
Oh,
Yeah.
they
They
got
get
you.
ya.
Dang.
They got me.
Ouch.
Please, I just want to be like stupid seahorses.
C or CL.
Yeah, like the
least favorite
seahorse.
fish.
It's like, what is that, right? I mean, why? I love them. I think they're not my least favorite.
He's
but
got
I'm like,
seahorse towels.
how did that thing evolve? That's amazing.
Yeah.
I'll say a sea robin.
A sea robin.
Sea robin. I'd have to say piranhas. Piranhas are jerks.
That's true. That's facts.
There you go.
I don't know. I was just at an aquarium last week and a half ago in Galveston, and I saw so many different fish, and so I'm trying to think of my least favorite one, and I don't know. Nothing's coming to mind. I dug them all. So
I don't know if I have a least favorite, but I'll tell you who. I mean, piranhas are jerks. Also, those and someone's got one, and they're always like, don't mess with it. The beta, right? The beta.
yeah.
They are the
Thank you.
assholes
With
of
that.
the fish world.
Yeah,
They are
many
real
years
assholes.
ago, my daughter had one, and it was a pain to care for, and I did most of the caring for it, and that didn't last very long. So thank you. That's my least favorite.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like a sunfish. I think they're
Oh,
stupid.
Sunfish.
they're so huge.
Yeah.
They're huge, they're scary, and they just float like blocks of tofu, and animals like bite chunks out of them because they don't do anything. I think they're so
Wow.
That kind of
They're
freaks
like the cows of the sea.
That kind of freaks
Kinda
me out.
trash.
Manatees
Kinda
are sea
dumb,
cows.
too.
That freaks me out too. Like, I don't have any real particular issues with anything, but that kind of freaks me out as well. So I might join you there. Sunfish.
Yeah,
it's
they're
like,
just so
what is
like.
that?
Why are they so big?
And they're big and dumpy and
Because
dumb,
they're
and they
gonna get
probably
eaten
eat
out
like
of.
other
You gotta-
important fish.
You gotta have room.
Yeah. Wow.
It's like
Yeah.
walking buffet fish. That's so weird.
I have beef
Crazy.
with too many animals for no reason.
Going down, sunfishes.
Exactly.
piranhas.
Sunfish.
And I do this segment on the show called Artists Asking Artists, where I try to link up different groups. So the last group that was on my show is the band King Bunny, also from Austin, Texas. And they would like to know if you had to fight any famous animal, dead, alive, or mythical, which one would it be?
If I had to or if I wanted to.
Either one, but you don't have to win against it. So
I
just
don't have to
anyone
win.
that you would
Oh.
fight. Yeah,
Just for the
so like it
experience.
could be
Just
like
to get a
Zabumafu,
taste of it.
It could be Godzilla.
The experience of it.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it has to be a famous animal.
Okay.
I think chupacabra for me.
Yeah.
I swear I saw one time,
Really?
and
Where?
no one believes
Wait,
me.
here?
It was just in my neighborhood, but
Oh my
it was.
God.
They say it was just a mangy coyote, but it would prove it that I was right if I got the chance to fight it.
There you go.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure I could take Dobby from the Harry Potter movies. I feel.
You
I
just
don't
kick
know.
him.
Just
That's really punching down there, Dave.
Just
I'm
sounds
sure-
like a really like anticlimactic thing. Just you kick them and you just.
I'm a little sour on the franchise because reasons.
Oh,
Let's just
understandable.
put it that way.
Oh,
No, yeah. No,
same.
me too. Me too.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a hard one. I was going to fight just for the experience, just to taste the glory.
Or the
You know what,
humiliation.
I would, this is probably dating me, but there's a great, I think maybe it's Bugs Bunny, I can't remember who it was, maybe it might have been, I don't know which Warner Bros. Cartoon, but there was always a stick where it was Sylvester, that's what it was. There was a Sylvester and there was a baby kangaroo, or a kangaroo that he thought was a mouse. Remember this? Like a kangaroo would like be stowed away or come out of a crate, and he thought it was a mouse, and it was anyway, he'd fight this kangaroo, and there was little, I thought that was so cute. So
That's got me
I'd say
thinking about
mouse.
Looney Tunes now.
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
think
who's
I know
gonna-
mine now.
Who's
Yes,
gonna throat
Corbin.
punch Tweety Bird?
I think I'm gonna fight a gnome.
A gnome.
I know.
I never fought a gnome. Always thought it'd be interesting.
Trey got me thinking about Looney Tunes, and I think Foghorn Leghorn would be hilarious to fight. So I'm gonna go Foghorn Leghorn. I had a weird early
That's awesome.
I had a bizarre fascination with Foghorn Leghorn when I first saw any Looney Tunes cartoons with him. I don't know.
Yeah, he was one of my favorites.
Yeah, he's so
Great.
funny. He's like, "Stand up, son! You're falling all over yourself." So
Look
good.
here now. I'll say, look here now. Yeah.
I said, "Boy, yeah, Foghorn Leghorn would be a hilarious fight."
You're
so.
not gonna have a fight. You're just gonna have a debate.
Yeah. We'll just kind of, it'll be a verbal match.
A verbal argument. Yeah.
Yeah.
I already know I'm going to keep thinking about this question all day, and I'm going to think of like 3 that I wish I had said instead.
You could text them to me, and I'll just so that you know that I know that you thought of a different one.
Yes.
Let's see. Matt, did you say who you would fight?
Okay, and so, did Matt say one?
I did not say who I would fight. You know, I was thinking cartoon animals and sort of like a 3 being fight, like me and Astro from the Jetsons and Dynamut, the sidekick of the Blue Falcon.
Yep.
That would be hilarious, right? That would just be funny as hell.
There you go. Do it for the bit.
And I love dogs. It's not like I want to fight dogs.
Right.
In fact, I would just probably I'd be like, yeah, we're gonna fight, and they'd be like, no, y'all are too cute, and then we would just kind of all
Just play
they
wrestle.
would just sort of it would be we'd play wrestle, and they'd lick my face, and Dynamut would wrap us up with those steel cable arms of his, and we'd all have a big cartoon dog hug. So I guess my answer is I'm a lover, not a fighter.
There you go.
Those are all
Answers, I
great
like dogs.
answers. But now you guys can ask a question for my next guest, and it could be related to music, it could be related to nothing, anything
Do
you
we
want.
know who the next guest is?
Yes, his name is Lou Apollo, and he's
Apollo.
also a musician.
Cool. No. This might be kind of, basic or boilerplate, but I want to thank Trey. First of all, he reminded all of us earlier to mention today on the recording of this podcast that Mock Lobster is on. Today is July 6th, and it is the 46th anniversary of the B-52's debut album release.
Whoa,
Yeah.
let's
Yes.
go. Okay.
So maybe the question could be what for you is like the debut album by an artist that surpasses many others.
I
Good
love
question.
that question, David, and I second that. Like, what
Yeah.
for them? What is their debut album is?
Yeah,
just
who
sort of
came
their-
right out of the gate and just
Stand out.
broke
Yeah.
it down.
Oh,
That's a
For
great
you-
question.
great question.
For you as an artist, like what artist came right out of the
right.
gate and never looked back and was the best at it? So that kind of thing.
Yeah, your favorite
Just however
debut
you
album.
want
I
to
love
put it.
that.
oh, that's great.
I'm doing
That's a
my
great question.
research right now on
Corbin's
On
good.
Lou Apollo.
Lou Apollo, and I want to know where Lou gets his clothes, because pretty stylish person. So I want to know. It's a deep question there.
Okay.
What's your favorite debut album? Also, where do you get your clothes?
Also, where
Yeah.
do you buy your clothes?
These are very
Asking for a
important
friend.
questions. Yes, me.
Great. Okay, well, I'll definitely ask him and I'll let you guys know. And then
Fantastic.
lastly, I do have a section for shameless self-promo. So anything you want to promote, anything you want to shout out, this is your time.
All right. I guess everyone's probably gonna have to self-promote like all the things that they're in, because like everybody's in like 5 million different projects. So we're gonna like do shameless self-promo, I think, on the individual level.
Sure.
Because you already know about Mock Lobster, you already know about the show that's coming up. The website for all that is Mock Lobster ATX, so that's .com or at Mock Lobster ATX everywhere.
That's
Yes,
all the
we will
socials,
get
too.
we will get
It's
to
all
your
our socials.
T-shirt.
Yes.
in just a moment.
Just testing the shot.
Yes. So my shameless self-promo is going to be for my stuff, my website, which is noiserockTreehouse.com, which does a lot of music production stuff along with film scores and other fun, cool stuff. So check me out there. Corbinissimo on Instagram and the Facebook. I'm in a band called 2XS with Jenna Trust over here, and that is a fantastic project, and you can find more about that at turnonyourmind.com. Yes, turnonyourmind.com. Just spell it out. I think that's it.
All right, I guess I'll go next. So Mock Lobster is the only band that I primarily sing in. When I'm not singing, I play violin most of the time, and so I do that in a few bands. today, which is a Sunday, for instance, I don't know when this is going to be aired, but recording day is a Sunday. Later, I'm going to be playing with an Irish band called Ula at the Saxon Pub, and we do that every Sunday from 5:30 to 7. So if you like Irish music as much as we like Irish music, then you can hear that pretty much every Sunday.
They're really, really,
That sounds
they're
really fun.
great.
It's
They're
a good
great.
time. They're
they're
all
great.
hilarious people. Like there's 2 Irish singers, Andrew McGee and Pat Byrne, who also have great solo stuff and solo careers going on. My dad, who I talked about earlier, plays guitar in it, and Chris Wade is our bass player. Everybody in that band, it's such a good time. Everyone's so funny, and it's always a good time. So if you like Irish music and just want to have a good time, Ula, Saxon Pub, Sundays. I'm also in kind of an alternative rock band called the Unlimited Stars, and I use like it's kind of a goth rock band, but I also use like guitar pedals on my violin. So if you want to hear a violin make sounds you've never heard a violin make before, that's a band where you can hear that. And we've got shows coming up next week. We've got a couple shows this month. On the 12th, we'll be at RAP Coffee. On the 18th, we'll be at Nomad Bar. And we've got more things coming up later in the fall as well. So those are my 2 other main projects besides Mock Lobster.
I will go next. I play in several projects, a few of them with David. Next Saturday, July the 12th, we and a bunch of our cohorts will be performing at the Backstage at El Mercado with Fab, Austin's premier tribute to the Beatles. It's a new project made up of several past members of the Austin Legends, the Eggmen, and that's sort of our second gig there. And we also play in this yacht rock band called Yacht Z. And on the 19th of July, we'll be playing at the Hot Spot up in Cedar Park. So if you want to get your smooth on, you should come to that. That's 7 o'clock on July 19th for some smooth yacht rock.
I'll go next. I don't do a whole lot more than Rock Lobster, but one thing I'm doing in October 10th and 11th, I'll be playing actually steel guitar, accompanying some folks at the John Prine birthday celebration in Marathon, Texas.
Nice.
Did that last year. It was a blast. I'm a huge John Prine fan, and I love being able to just play background lap steel with folks. It's super fun, and songs are super easy, and it's a great vibe. So come out to Marathon, hang out with all the weirdos. So
wonderful.
October 10th and 11th.
Jenna?
Nope. Yeah. So Corbin kind of covered the 2XS band, the other band. I guess I could talk about Chris Toast and the Jerks because we were a band for a while. Like we started together in 2017, and Chris Toast, had a lot of his songs from decades prior. He's semi-old too. And we did that. I added parts, and my dad, Jim Trust, is also in that band. Anyway, Chris, he left Texas and was in New Mexico for the past 5 years, and so much has happened since then. He almost died, and then now he is not dead, and he's moving back, and so we're gonna get back together. And so go follow Chris Toast and the Jerks. There's nothing; it's just dead. No updates for 5 years,
but they're coming.
They're coming this fall.
Yeah, that's a fun band. Just energy nonstop. That's the band that inspired Corbin to ask Jenna to play with Mock Lobster. It's such a good time.
That is correct.
Super fun.
Okay, well, and I honestly, I didn't anticipate that we'd be asked this, but I just happened to be wearing this today. This is my band, which is Brass in Pocket, America's Pretenders tribute band. Matt was the drummer for Brass in Pocket for a couple of years, and that's, like I said before, that's how I came to be in Mock Lobster. But Brass in Pocket took a hiatus for a couple of years after our original singer, our original Chrissy Hine, decided to leave. And we have a fantastic singer in that role. We're back. We're kind of playing musical chairs. I started out as the bassist, played guitar for a while. Now I'm playing drums. But the band is back and rocking, and you can come see Brass in Pocket July 25th at Hanover's in Pflugerville. So that'll be fun.
Nice. Thanks for sharing. I will put everything in the description so everyone will be able to find it easier.
Okay, I've got a couple more things we forgot to mention. I just wanted to also mention that Matt and David are also in a Beatles tribute called Fab. I think they're probably playing around here soon. And then our vocal understudy, Elissa Rogolski, she is in Discotheques, Lefty Lucy, which is, I think, a cover band. and then Saved by the 90s.
Right.
Me too.
She's
Hey,
I'm also-
Dave is also-
David's in that band too.
So-
And since and I would do one more, and this is really David's thing. So if you want to really push it, but on you mentioned the MS, the Multiple Sclerosis Society benefit, and for a long time you've been wanting to tribute what particular band?
Asia.
Famous '80s sort of prog band, Asia from the '80s.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's been a long
heat of
time
the moment, Asia,
dream
that
of
Asia.
David's. Yeah, heat of the moment. So David and I and a few of our actually Fab bandmates, and Yacht Z bandmates as well, Heath Allen and Chris Nine, we're all going to be doing a few songs from that record as part of that multi-bill benefit show. So if you want to get your prog pop on, that's going to be
Oh,
it's going to be pretty cool.
August 16th
They're
at
gonna be
Hanover's.
August 16th is Hanover's.
Nice.
There are going to be other tributes there. The only one that I know of, and there are going to be others, there's going to be an Echo and the Bunnymen
Yeah.
tribute.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
So that's so.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, and really, just any old weekend of any month, you can probably see one or more of
Yeah.
us out and about in Austin.
Yeah.
So
Matt
if you,
and Dave are
if you
at
just
kind
want
of
to show up.
the epicenter, along with like Heath Allen and Chris Knight. They're at the epicenter of the Austin tribute band community, so they've always got something going on, and it's all
Something
good.
happening.
That's awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much for taking the time and joining me. This was really interesting and super fun.
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Kale, for having
Thank
us.
you.
It
Thank
was
you.
really a lot of fun.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you, Kayla.
Hopefully, I can make it out to your space party because that sounds awesome.
We're going to expect you.
Bring your space
and you're-
boots.
And you're going to be.
I'm
you're
gonna
gonna
go
be our
online
guest.
right now, look for some
Yeah.
sparkles.
You're going to be our guest. So just remind us. But we'll definitely. We'd love to see you there.
Oh, for sure, that would be great.
And you can just use like tinfoil and a clear shower liner.
Oh yeah.
You know?
That's what I was going to do. But anyway.
Not anymore.
That's all for the bonus episode, guys. Thank you so much for listening. All of the projects that Mock Lobster mentioned are linked in the description below. Be sure to give him a follow, and if you're local, come say hi at the Cosmic Space Party on August 9th. I'll definitely be there, dressed up with pink hair. You'll know where to find me. Once again, be sure you're following the podcast on Spotify and on Instagram. We're also available on Apple Podcasts. Tune in next Friday for a really insightful interview with genre-bending soul artist Lou Apollo.